Well, in my case, Joey started out in an early intervention program because we were aware of some behavioral difficulties.
I think sometimes it's a challenge because it can be very frustrating because it doesn't seem like you're going anywhere with him.
If there's too much distraction for him or too much activity, he can actually shut down because it becomes overwhelming for him. He can't process it all fast enough.
He might have just been at the point where he was pulling to stand, so mobility-wise he was in his wheelchair all the time. He might have come out for some things, but he was pretty much confined to his wheelchair.
Well, my son's name is Joey. He's 8 years old. He's in the 2nd grade here at Gages Lake School. Wonderful little boy. He has some difficulties and challenges, but we're overcoming them little by little, and he's a great kid.
My son's name is Michael Ivers, and he is in his 1st year of transition through the SEDOL program. So he's 19. He has Down syndrome. He has been in a SEDOL program since 6th grade.
His name is Sam, and he's 10. He has Down syndrome, and he was born at 27 weeks and had a lot of other complications and a lot of surgeries and a seizure disorder and lots of other complications, but he's doing really good now.
Michael was at a local school district, and when it came time for middle school, the transition to middle school, they asked us to go look at the SEDOL program because they felt like it would be a better fit at that point, because at that point things are getting academically very tough and the separation for him amongst his typical developing peers is greater. So I went and observed with another mom whose daughter was in the same situation and just fell in love with it and said, okay, this is exactly what he needs.
We're fortunate to have 2 special ed consortiums in Lake County, SEDOL being the largest consortium in the state of Illinois as well, special ed consortium. And 35 of our districts with whom I work participate and refer children to SEDOL or have their own programs through SEDOL in their own buildings. And so it's quite a large organization, and it serves a lot of children who are in need of the services that they offer. We do. Basically, the referrals come from the individual school districts who are members. They call our office often to see whether we feel this would be the best route to take, and if you refer someone for testing, they are tested and they develop an IEP, an individual education plan for each youngster, and it's developed into a wonderfully beautiful campus with beautiful buildings, with good services. It's just an amazing organization, in my opinion.
SEDOL covers most of Lake County, Illinois, the northern suburbs of Chicago. In terms of numbers of school districts, it's the largest in the state of Illinois. It's not the largest in terms of land geographically, but in terms of the sheer number of elementary and high school and unit districts, we are the largest in Illinois. Total number of students on a daily basis that SEDOL works with is approximately 1,400. The total number of students on a weekly basis is an additional 800. So we work with about 2,200 students weekly. Our classroom programs are housed in 5 buildings. One center for 18 to 22-year-olds called Transition Programming, as well as a facility that serves the assessment needs for 3, 4, and 5-year-olds who may become eligible for special education. But in addition to those 5 buildings, we have 40 classrooms that are nestled in the 35 local districts that may serve students who are mildly handicapped, who come from 2, 3, or 4 districts that are contiguous districts that touch upon each other. So the total system is far beyond the 5 buildings that we operate. And there's a portion of SEDOL that you don't see because it looks so very much like part of regular school building operations.
There is a wide diversity, and as special educators we come out and most of us are able to teach, we're certified to teach K through 21. So what we do here at SEDOL is really try to mix, best attach our staff with their specialization. And then The whole idea behind coaching, which is what I do and that team of people, is we make for sure that each discipline is getting those specific techniques for whom the kids that they work with. So we tailor it to if we have a program that's specifically for autism, then we look into the best research for autism. If we have students here in our EDBD program, then we're looking for not only their social emotional needs, but also the techniques that will most engage them in their learning so that their behaviors decrease.
All of our learners, I think that for their academics, we really focus on, we have a strong focus in the area of reading, math, and social emotional development. We try to highlight no matter what the student is, how old or what their disability is.
They try to make it like a life skill type of thing so they can experience being out in the community. The kids who are able to handle money can handle money. The kids that are able to pull a label or pull something off and put it in the cart. They really try to work with all of the kids' different abilities, and so the mobility trips are really great.
He'll be there for 3 years, until he's 22. And again, they really focus on, okay, how do we help you be as independent as you can and learn as many skills as you can as you become a young adult. So he comes home with a schedule every week, which he is very big into schedules. He likes to know what he's doing and when he's doing it, and his teacher actually has every hour listed, Monday through Friday. How much money, he has to write how much money they're going to need for the day because they do go out to restaurants twice a week.
The teachers in Joey's classroom are really fantastic with the way they help him to engage in the learning process. We've been here at the school for 3 years now, and we came in with a very troubled young man. He had been hospitalized 3-4 times, and in the 3 years that we've been here, he is now able to get up in the morning with a smile on his face, be happy to come to school. His teacher, Mrs. Gaziano, knows my child just as well as I do. She's like a second mom to him. I feel that the whole staff here knows my child that well.
They've got sensory room, they've got music, depends on the day, and a lot of activities that I think, I've also seen kids in the hall too, like sometimes I think, Sam, since he is mobile, he might be able to help push another child in a wagon or in their wheelchair around a little bit, which is good for him because he's learning how to interact with his peers, and it's also good for interaction with the other child. And so a lot of those things are kind of incorporated into the day. So I think they really do a good variety of curriculum, reading, writing, letter sounds, that sort of thing, with life skills.
So a typical day, I know they start with journal time, so they have to write a few lines or draw a picture of what their day, maybe what happened the night before. And then they do grooming, so they work on, brushing their teeth and, how do you look in the mirror? What do you need to do? The hygiene pieces. They do actually yoga, not every day, but that's a typical day. They will do yoga. They may go out on a community outing. Sometimes it's to a restaurant, sometimes it's bowling, and sometimes they've actually now are doing they're going to a horse stable that is a therapeutic facility. So he really likes that. And Michael, again, is very much into those social settings, and he learns so much better by doing than just telling him or seeing.
There's multiple ways that she engages Joey, which we've talked about at conferences. She is very level and stable. No high and low reactions from her, which is so important for my son. Consistency is the key, and that's always been provided for him here. So I don't feel bad when I'm not with him because I know he's in good care and he's learning while he's here.
I'm really thankful that this is an option for my son, and I know there's people who, they don't want to have their child in a school that, for kids with special needs, they want them mainstreamed, they want them in with typically developing kids. But for my son, I really don't feel that that's the best option for him. I don't think he would thrive in that kind of environment because I think he needs more. And so that's why I'm so lucky that this is an option.
Every step he feels better about he can do things for himself. And I think that's probably the biggest gift that SEDOL has given us, that the teachers he's had have helped him see that, oh, Michael, you can try this, you know, you can do this. And he'll do those things much better for them initially, and then he's very excited to show us and proud to show us that he can do it.
He's getting what he needs and he's doing really well, so that's my validation, I guess, is that I see him progressing and really enjoying it and doing really well.
Basically, like all parents, you want your kid to be happy and do something that they really enjoy and be somewhere where they feel loved.
So would I recommend this school to a parent that is having difficulty with a child that may have behavioral issues or just learning disabilities? 100%. I have so much admiration, gratitude, appreciation, and faith in this school that I can't thank them enough, say I like this school enough, I love it enough. I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart that my son's success is in the hands of this school and his family. And I trust this school every day with my son, and I can see that he is becoming a wonderful young man. Not that he wasn't before, but he's evolving into that man I want him to be with the help of this school. So yes, I would recommend it to anyone who is having trouble with their child, because this school interacts with the parents. It's a team effort. You're not alone as a parent when you're within this school.